Hey everybody, just wanted to let you not, I can't even talk right. Just want to let you guys know what's been going on um, with me recently. So they increased the amount of dialysis solution that I get each cycle. So before, initially when I started dialysis, it was 2,000 milliliters. Each time it goes, dialysis is filled in me, and now it's 2,300. So they added 300 milliliters, and so the idea is the reason why they did that is because the size I am. So because I'm a bigger girl, they want to make sure that they are dialysizing me right. I think I said that right word. Whatever. So anyways, they did it. I had an appointment yesterday, and so they did it, my labs again. I do labs monthly, and then I do some other tests too each month. So they did labs, and they gave me the results. And so basically, lately I've been feeling like a little bit of nauseousness since they've increased the amount of dialysis. And last night, particularly, I was laying down and started coughing. And then after I coughed, I felt nauseous, and then I threw up. And so when a dialysis patient throws up, they have to call their nurse. So I just called them the next day and just let her know I threw up. And this is actually the second time I threw up, but the first time I believe it was because of something I ate. So this time it was kind of more random. And so I just went to sleep after that, and then woke up, and I woke up like really low energy, and I was like nauseous. So I called her, told my nurse that, how I was feeling and what happened. And so and I was telling her, I think it was because, that I'm not draining well. So that's another issue. Sorry, it's a lot, and I'm talking all over the place. So basically, I'm having a couple of issues with my dialysis now. I'm not draining. So the dialysis solution is filling inside me, right? And so the way it goes is the dialysis solution goes inside me, and then it dwells for an hour and 30 minutes, and then it drains. The idea of dialysis, the whole point of dialysis is to drain whatever is filled and plus toxins that are inside your body. Now, along with those toxins, it also pulls nutrients too that you do need to sustain. But because I'm not draining as much as I should be, I'm actually under draining. So, for instance, the dial solution that's going inside me is 2,300 milliliters, right? I'm only draining when it's time to drain. I'm only draining, like, for instance, an example is 1,900. So I'm under draining. So that extra fluid that did not drain plus my toxins are staying in my body. That's what's happening right now. Now, the reason why, and there's a couple reasons why this is happening, is because a dialysis patient is supposed to have a bowel movement every day, if not more than once a day. Not diarrhea, but just a regular, normal bowel movement. At the very least, you should be going to the bathroom once a day to have a bowel movement. And the last week and a half, I wasn't. Like, there was 1 week I probably had a bowel movement twice. And it was hard. I was constipated. So when you're constipated, it's very hard, and draining can be painful. And so I've had plenty of nights where like I'm pretty much up maybe 30% of the night, maybe 40% of the night, because I'm in pain, because when it drains, you get like drain cramps, we call it. And it's because the machine is trying to pull the fluid from you, but it's blocked because you're constipated. So like you can get cramps. And so, I'm up at night, just because it hurts and stuff like that. And so basically that has been happening. So I'm constipated, that's one. The drain, I'm not draining as much fluid as I should, which means the fluid is staying in me, which means I'm gaining weight. So that's 3. I have my test. They do labs for me yesterday, and I call my nurse, tell her what's going on, and she's telling me, I told her, I said, I'm not nauseous anymore, but I'm very low energy. And she's saying that basically the reason why you're low energy is because you are constipated, which I know that, and then the drain, which I know that. Also, she was saying my potassium levels, and I don't remember how it goes in numbers, but I believe if my potassium levels are high, that's not a good thing. Meaning, if my numbers for potassium are higher, then I'm supposed to eat more foods with potassium. So I think it's opposite than a normal level. Because normally it would sound like if potassium levels are low, then you need to increase your potassium. But I think it's opposite for potassium. I think. Please don't quote me on it. But anyways, basically my potassium levels are not where they should be. And so I need to eat some foods that have potassium in them. And that does happen with dialysis patients. Sometimes, generally you're supposed to stay away from high potassium foods. But in this case, because my levels are not where they should be, my nurse has suggested that I eat some foods that have potassium in it. So maybe like 1 or 2 slices of avocado, maybe eating a few tomatoes, some spinach, maybe a couple little cubes of potatoes or whatever. Don't go overboard, but I do need to increase my level of potassium. And then also my protein levels are very low. So like I said, when you do dialysis, it doesn't only take toxins, but it takes nutrients from your body. And so that's the important part. If I'm not filling my body with the good amount of protein, good amount of potassium, good amount of fruits and vegetables, just all the above, starches, whatever I'm supposed to do, then it's basically the body, like the dialysis is just pulling all this stuff from me, and then I'm not replenishing myself. So that's basically what's happening. And so that is why I'm like very low energy. And this has been happening for probably about going on 2 weeks now, probably more like a week and a half. I've been feeling like this, but it really hit like yesterday and today, or early this morning and today. It's been like, ugh. So these are these moments where it's like, I really, 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 really need somebody to like cook food for me. So I'm probably going to order some food for today, and then I'll pray, hopefully Lord give me energy to go get some food from the store that I can like, maybe freeze and just be able to heat up or something. Because the thing is, it's hard for me to buy a lot of fresh food because pretty much there's probably like 1 or 2 days out of the whole week that I have a little bit of energy to like actually stand over a stove to cook something. And so if I buy a lot of fresh foods, I've thrown away a lot of fresh foods. I try to give them away to my friend when I can, but generally I throw away a lot of food. And so I usually try and get like frozen vegetables and stuff that I can freeze. That way, if I have the energy, then I could just pull it out, put it on the stove, oven, or the microwave, or whatever, and then be done. So that's what I'll be doing, trying to go shopping tomorrow. Hopefully, Lord bless me with some more energy. And I will go ahead and do all of that and try and work on increasing my protein and potassium levels. And try to, oh yeah, she said that I need to try to have a bowel movement twice a day. So I've been on Miralax. There was another medicine I was on, lactulose, but it would make me go, sorry for the TMI, guys. It would make me diarrhea. And so that's also not a good thing as a dialysis patient, or anybody really. I kind of don't like the lactulose, so I tried Colace. Colace wasn't doing it; it's too weak, and so I'm on Miralax. I think Miralax is pretty much helping me, so I'm gonna try and stay on that and just see how that goes. And so that's what I'll be working on, increasing those levels, doing a bowel movement twice a day, and hopefully that will help, me draining and all that. And then so once we work on all that, then they're going to test me again to see if that will help, if that helps me dialyze properly, or sufficiently. If that doesn't work, then they will have to increase the amount of solution that fills me, that gets inside me even more. So right now we started at 2,000. Right now we're at 2,300, and then if this process doesn't work and I don't increase, like even if I increase all these levels and stuff, and if it still is not enough, then they'll increase that number again. So we will just see. I am probably going to be looking into some type of like delivery food option. My friend suggested maybe HelloFresh or something like that. I'll have to do some research. She's helping me out doing research on that. But I'll give you guys more information on that if you guys are interested in like helping out by like buying a food delivery option. I will give you more information once I pick one. Because I'll have to go in there and kind of pick what foods I can eat, what foods I can't eat. And then, I'll share that with you guys. But if you guys are, looking to help me in some way, that is some way that you can help, is just, helping me with getting some food delivered, where I can either cook it or freeze it and cook it later or something like that. For the times where I'm just like literally stuck in bed, or literally like I can't really do anything. So I'll give you guys more information on that. If you are seeing this on my YouTube channel, Bearing Blessings, please feel free to follow me on my IG page, which is Bearing Blessings. If you're on my IG page looking at this, you can follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bearing Blessings. If you see this on Facebook, you can feel free to follow both pages, my IG and my YouTube page, Bearing Blessings. Thank you guys all for your prayers and your support, and concern and all that. Continue to pray for me. This is not the greatest part of my journey, but it's not the worst. And so I'm still hanging in there, but it has been interesting week and a half. All right, guys, you guys be safe. Please wear a mask. Please be safe. Bye.